Controlling lights. We can control our lighting in the rendering button by working in this section right here, lighting section. The first thing we want to do is choose a scheme. In the schemes we have 6 different schemes. These are preset schemes which you can either have the sun or artificial or combinations of the two. And so right now I'm doing interior sun only, so the sunlight's going to come through the windows. And so when I have interior only, I can go and click with the sunlight for my sun setting. I can click on and go to my sun settings, and I can choose my particular settings from what I want, my location, my date and times, and where I want the ground plane to be. And I'll take that. Or actually maybe I'll go with this one here and I'll apply with this one here. And so now I have it set for my sun studies. If I want to go to interior with sun and artificial, then my artificial lights button shows up. Now if I click on it, it'll bring me and show me all the artificial lights in my particular model. Now the check mark. Well, first of all, there's 2 types of lights. There's grouped lights and ungrouped lights. So ungrouped lights is there's just single standalone lights. And I have 3 lamps in my, I have a stand-up light and I have 2 arm extension lights behind my chairs. I can turn them on and off by just clicking here. That means when it's unchecked, the light is not on, it's turned off. So I can have them all on. I also have a dimming. When it's set to 1, it's full light. When it's down at 0.5, it's half the light. So I'm turning the dimmer switch on. Now, when I get a lot of lights in the building, I don't want them all on all at once. I might want to have, some lights on, some lights off. So I want to usually group them. So I can make a new group. I'll come over here and say new. I'll give it a name. I'll say living. I'll say actually first floor living room lights. So now all the lights in my living room will be grouped together. And so I pick on this particular one and I say edit. And when I edit a light group, I can pick on one and I can say add it. And I think I got another one right here. I'll say finish. And let me go back to my artificial lights. And I got 1 lamp in there. Okay. So I say, all right. And that's good. But maybe I need to I don't see my other lamp. So what I'm going to do is go to my first floor plan here, and I'm going to cruise in, even though I'm going to go and pick on this one over here and say, aha, there's my other light. And I'll come in here and say, yeah, that's it. But I have one problem. I don't see it in my view. So I have to make a little change here. I got to come over here to my 3D view, and I have to click on my 3D view, and I'm going to have to make it bigger temporarily so I can see this other light. And so now I can come in here and I can go to my show rendering dialog, go to artificial lights, and I'm going to go to this group right here, and I'm going to actually rename it. I'm going to say living room, and I'm going to say reading lights. Okay, how's that? A little more distinctive. And I am going to then highlight this one, and I'm going to say edit, and I'm going to pick on this light right here, and I'm going to say add, and I'm going to finish, and I'm going to go back into my rendering dialog box to my artificial lights. You'll see now I have a grouping here. I got to make my dialog box a little bit different there. So you can see I got 2 of those lights I have a stand up and my two arm extensions are underneath my reading lights, and I can turn these on and off as a whole group now. And so I'll say I like that. That's good. And actually I can even dim one of the other lights if I want, but I'm not going to at this point. And now you can see that my 3D view I made a little bigger, but my rendering does not include this light. It will, if I grab it over, now include it. And I don't have to have the light in my rendering. The light will show up because it will reflect off of all the surfaces, etc. And so I don't want to see the lamp right there. I'll go with that right there. Okay. So now I have my lighting set. I have it set for sun and artificial lights. I got 3 lights in my room here, and I got the sun set to Kankakee on this particular day, and I'm now set up with my lighting.